All right, joining me right now is former CKE Restaurant CEO Andy Putzer. And Andy, I've got good news for you. We're kicking off our summer reading series with you.
All right.
With you. You know, it's such a beautiful day, and you wrote such a fantastic book.
Oh, thank you.
And, you know, everybody should be reading it. And what a good time to be out there looking for summer books right now. Andy's new book is The Capitalist Comeback, The Trump Boom and the Left's Plot to Stop It. There we go. And you gave me a very nice inscription, so I appreciate that. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Tariffs. I kind of like the idea that Brazil and Argentina and other places are coming to the table right now. But what about those Europeans?
Well, as I say in the book, President Trump is a capitalist. He wants free trade. He wants great trade. He just doesn't want trade that's unfair. You know, if your trading partners are cheating you, and if we're paying, you know, could you imagine you're the CEO of Ford? To sell a Taurus in Europe, you got to pay a 10% tariff. But a BMW wants to sell a BMW in the United States, they pay a 2.5% tariff. You're the head of Ford or GM or Chrysler. You're going, you know, what's going on here? This just isn't fair. And I think the president wants to take down those non-trade barriers, the tariff barriers, the non-tariff barriers, the intellectual property problems. But we'll come to a deal with Europe. I will guarantee you on this show, we will come to a deal with Europe.
No one else has tried this. No one else has bothered. How come?
You haven't had a real businessman in this office for a long time. I think, you know, journalists and the ivory tower elitist crowd gets very upset when somebody makes strong assertions in a negotiation. If you're a businessman or a businesswoman, you've been through major negotiations. What President Trump is doing doesn't upset you. I mean, it doesn't even upset Xi Jinping.
Occasionally it upsets the market, though.
Yeah, but I'm not sure why. You know, it really shouldn't upset the market. This is not. We're not heading towards a trade war, as indicated by these deals that have been cut. This president, look, he wants a great economy. He'll run it as a capitalist runs it. He's already doing it, and he'll make trade deals. We'll have a deal with China too. So
full disclosure, I completely, totally, utterly agree with you. I really do. No, I think that we are the world's biggest consumer, so we have a ton of leverage. We might as well use it. But the free market attitude surrounding all this is that it shouldn't really matter. That even if they want to put tariffs on our goods, if we truly believe in free markets, we're willing to sell regardless. Why is that, in your view, flawed? And how is it that we are suddenly rethinking all of these things and how they've affected our population now?
You know, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, if you agree to sell my book and I agree to sell your book, but you decide that you're going to take a 50% higher profit selling my book than I take to sell your book, who do you think is going to sell more books? I mean, that may be free, but it's not fair. And if it isn't fair trade, it isn't free trade. I think the president has this nailed. I think others have made.
Why did it happen in the first place? Why would any company agree to anything like that?
Well, it's not, a company wouldn't, but countries have. I think we just got out-negotiated in a lot of these deals. Now, some people have said we gave great deals to China initially to keep peace. You know, you don't go to war with your trading partners. I think that's, you know, that's pretty fair. But this trade deficit has just gotten out of hand. If they're dumping product, now it doesn't. You know, dumping products okay. Dumping products with the intent of damaging American businesses, that's not okay. Non-tariff barriers to trade are not okay, like requiring that you have a joint venture partner who's Chinese, or that you turn over intellectual property to the Chinese. That's not fair. And having tariffs that are out of balance with any kind of tariffs we have in the United States, that's not fair trade. So they've got a big market. We want in there, and I think the president will get us in there.
So I got a funny story for you. You can't relate to this, at least not on this level, but I was down reporting in Brazil. And I needed some lipstick before I went on camera. And I went into one of the department stores there in Sao Paulo, and I tried to buy some. You would not believe how much a Clinique lipstick cost you in Brazil. And it was because of tariffs. And they've got all these rules that if you don't have a Clinique factory down there in Brazil, you can't sell it without huge add-ons, because they're trying to encourage people to buy the Brazilian products. So I think I wound up spending about $50 on one little thing of lipstick. But it tells you what tariffs do. And there's no way that Clinique can sell stuff when it's that expensive in other countries.
Which means it isn't fair trade. It isn't free trade. It's unfair trade. And unfair trade just doesn't work. And we've been taking the hit on this. We're the world's largest economy. We drive the world's economic engine, and I think we've been taking the hit. But we now have a president who says we're not going to take the hit anymore. We're going to negotiate better deals. Look what he did with South Korea. Perfect example. Our trade deficit increased $33 billion since we entered into the agreement in 2011. Excuse me, $31 billion. The deficit on automobiles increased $33 billion. So that was the entire increase, was the increase in automobile sales to the United States. Well, he cut a deal where he says now we can export more cars to South Korea. South Korea will import our cars. That's incredibly important. If you're a Ford Motor Company and you're looking at a country where you can only import X number of cars or export X number of cars, you're not going to spend the money investing in marketing. You're not going to spend the money investing in a car that appeals to that market. You raise the number of cars you can send over there. Now it's a different story. It's a different looking market, and you may try and go into that market. So I think this is great.
Andy, I don't know if our control room has this. This is a chart that I sometimes like to show. It's basically, and I know you guys can't see this, but Andy can. It's the trade deficit versus wage growth.
Yes.
And basically, as our trade deficit has gone up, and by the way, Jeff Sachs was on the program the other day. He does not like the use of trade deficit because he's the world's biggest customer. Of course, we have a trade deficit. But as you see that go up, you know what happened? Wage growth went down and then plateaued. And so you've got the trade deficit increasing, and you see that happening, in the late 50s, early 60s, significantly there in the 70s. And then you compare that with wage growth, and those two things do not make a pretty picture.
And it's pretty simple. When you send jobs overseas, right, you lessen the demand for domestic employees. Mm-hmm. When you lessen the demand for workers in the United States, they end up competing with each other for jobs. When employees compete with each other for jobs, wages stagnate or go down. When employers compete for employees, when there are a lot of jobs, as we're beginning to see in the United States now, where we have a record number of job openings and a record number of people employed.
Forgive me,